What's going on, guys? Isaac back here. So there's been something that was in my mind for years when I was a child. So you know that game Angry Birds, right? Well, I always ask myself, is there a purple bird in the game? Because I found out about the assets of the game having purple feathers in the sprites. And no, I'm not referring to Gale. I'm actually referring to the purple Angry Birds in general. So I just found out about the test flight leaks, and I realised that there was major scrap content in those prototypes. Specifically in space for having 3 scrap birds. You know the drill. Black ones, colors. I tried the prototype Angry Birds Classic if there was something, but it disappointed me. There was absolutely nothing that changed except the Birds Day party episode was called Mega Party instead. But then, I had an idea. I realised that my friend, Frederick, a smart young adult whose father was an ex-employee of Rovio, had published all of the terror leaks he showed me about the game. So I asked him if there was an older prototype where there was more stuff in it. Maybe tomorrow I'll tell you guys the answer of what happened with it. See ya! Well guys, remember when I said I asked my friend Frederick about the prototype? Well, he found another prototype of Angry Birds Classic that is a much older prototype of the game. I was so excited to play it, although he didn't know what was inside of this prototype because he never tried it. I decided to give it a try. What makes this better is that Frederick ported this prototype onto his PC. He's good at coding, you know. This prototype shows the 7th episode title card in the menu. This time being a placeholder. It also had pig workers on the title cards. This episode didn't contain 21, not 15, but only 3 levels. These levels were beta testing some new birds that were going to be a part of the next update. The first level showed Bubbles, and in his prototype design that was found years ago. You know, the one that looks extremely different from the final design. The second level shows Bomb Bomb, which was almost finished, but he had minor bugs. This bird was a part of the files of the console port of the Angry Birds. You know, the Angry Birds trilogy. But the third bird is the one that surprised me the most. Yes, the mysterious purple bird that was going to be in the part of the game. But unfortunately got replaced by Stella, just like Bomb Bomb. According to the design, it has Veronica purple feathers with a Russian violet eyebrows, similar to the eyebrows from Reds. It kinda had the same beak as Terrence, but he had no mouth. His belly was almost identical from the one to Terrence, with the colour mauve. His tail was also a Russian violet with marine ends. But the thing that caught my attention was the hair, because it might be his ability. It was like an antenna, with a circle cut half on it. This might be a psychic bird or a bird with magical powers, although there was a problem. This bird was extremely buggy. The ability for this scrapped bird wasn't working. I feel like this is going to be something big, something overpowered. But it kind of passes the limitation of the game that didn't work. I decided to close the game and tell Frederick about the bug so he can fix it. Tomorrow, we'll see about this hotfix. Alright, so there were some problems happening while Frederick was fixing the bugs. Last night, Frederick said that he was fixing the bug, but he went to a strange website. I think it was called voidlaments.com. And it told me that when he pressed it, his computer was hacked. His antivirus couldn't fight against the aggressive virus on his computer. Today I woke up to find Frederick had sent me a hotfix of the prototype, somehow. But he hadn't said anything. There was no message on that said, "Here you go," like always. I opened it again, but it got even worse. Instead of no ability, it was a game crash instead. A notification that said that there was a problem with the triple bomb bird. I feel like there was still some problems in the game, but the game says that the ability is kinda working. So I decided to call Frederick, but the problem was that he wasn't responding to any of my calls. So I decided to take an alternative option, Brenda. That's Frederick's mother, by the way. The call started with her telling me about my life and other stuff, but I later told her about Frederick, that he hadn't responded to any of my calls since yesterday. So she went to find Frederick at his house. Next call, she went to Frederick's house to see where he was. She thought he was sick, but it was worse. Frederick was killed. He showed me a photo of what happened, and I feel like he didn't commit suicide or anything like that because I couldn't find a weapon or a knife. He was killed by someone. His right eyeball was out of the eye socket. He was stabbed and shot multiple times. His jaw was completely destroyed and his corpse was completely mangled. I decided to censor it because they might take it down on my blog channel for posting real life gore. I also found a piece of paper that says, "You didn't join us, now meet your consequence." Then the door opened aggressively. Brenda was screaming for help and the call ended. That means her mother is also dead. In that moment, I was still testing the ability of the purple bird. It still gave the error message. This time it was different. That one being the globe shot. The globe bird, I mean. I think I'm going to try and take a break for this tomorrow, and I'll continue trying to get this ability to work at last. I feel very traumatized after the death of Frederick and my mother. So nothing special was going on at that point, and for the people asking, no, the purple bird ability didn't work. I tried it like 7 times, but I constantly got these messages. While eating, I found out on the news something that people were starting to disappear in my city. In total, there were about 8 cases of people missing. I think something is weird going on, but I hope I find out about it as soon as possible before things get worse. Alright, I decided to do it. I've seen many fans from my blog following this situation. I started to get more views because of the paranormal activity. I decided to open this prototype again. So it seems the sprite from the rest of the bird of the game is darker, blurry, and distorted. But I decided to play that level to see if I could fix the problem. I decided to make a video about the situation on PC and add it to my external memory. In the video I recorded, the game didn't crash, but instead something even worse. The screen turned black, and I saw the purple bird staring at me in the darkness. It was a monologue with a text-to-speech voice.
Congratulations, you have finally found us. I am thrilled that you found us, all for what? For an ability of an obscure pro-body character in the game, pathetic, innocent rogue ourselves, my dear Isaac. Silly Isaac, you is in our remaster we speak into your friend's computer to stir up your excitement. I come from a code that was made to make our team bigger, and if they did not want to join, well, let's just say we finished that really quickly. Thanks to your friend's stupidity, we are spreading much faster than ever before, and we will soon become powerful once again with this pro-body. This is our pro-cat horse, and no one can stop us now.